Okay guys, this guide will be to close each individual timeshare. Alright, now what I'm viewing here is the contact detail, and on the contact detail page you'll see all of the information that you need. You'll have create and close a timeshare, and this will actually only be here if there is a timeshare listed. So make sure that you have an actual timeshare name in timeshare 1, or you will not see create/close timeshare. So you want to make sure that there is a timeshare, and then you'll have the option to click here to close out the timeshare. Now, a couple of key things that you will need to remember. I do recommend to everyone to copy down the actual telephone number of the contact. So you want to make sure that you do have it copied, because you're going to need it in the closing process. So what I'm going to do is just type it out here with an asterisk in front of it. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy it or cut it so I have it. Alright, now on the contact page you can actually scroll down, and on the contact page you can put in all of the closing information. Third-party verification number, 4 digits of the credit card, and the actual payment method. If you don't have all of this information, or it's not required, go ahead and add in zeros. So you can put in 8 zeros for the third-party verification. You can put in 4 zeros for the credit card if they're not paying by credit card. And then you also want to choose the actual payment method. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and say it's a credit card. You can also pick check or check by phone, but I'm going to say this is a credit card, and make sure that all of that information is saved. Now, because I'm going to be closing this out, I want to change the actual lead rating to closed sale. Alright, now key information here, you will not be able to change this contact to a closed sale unless you have all of this information down here filled out. So make sure you have the third-party verification number, the 4 digits of the credit card, and the payment method all input into the contact before you choose the lead rating of closed sale. Now that this is a closed sale lead rating for the contact, I'm going to go ahead and close out the timeshare. So this individual contact only has one timeshare. If multiple timeshares are listed here, multiple create/close timeshares will also be listed underneath this. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this timeshare. So I start by clicking here, and that takes me to the actual closing page. So this is the actual create/close timeshare page, and I'm going to start by changing the closed deal to closed/1, and that's going to pop up a couple of red fields. So I want to make sure that I choose the deal type. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and say it's an event deal. The transfer company of where the actual timeshare that you're closing out is going to. Alright, you also want to change, or actually input, the maintenance fees that are estimated from the worksheet. So if the worksheet says 500, go ahead and put 500 down there. Now, maintenance fees paid. This is how often the maintenance fees are paid. I'm going to go ahead and say that this person pays annually, and the next maintenance fee payment due on. If you don't know this, or your client does not know this, go ahead and choose January 1st of next year, just to make sure that you have a solid date on there. Now at the same time you want to put in the revenue, so we're going to go ahead and say this is $39.95, and the date. Now the date will automatically default to today's date, so if you're closing it out and you just closed it out today, go ahead and just hit close and it will automatically populate, or you can select another time if you'd like, but it will default to today's date. Alright, now that we have all of the information in, that's all required. And one key thing, guys, all of that information that you put in the contact before getting to this page all populates over for you. So you can leave it just the way it is if that's the information and that's how it's staying, or you can change it if they're paying with 2 separate cards or anything along those lines. Alright, so now I have all of the information I need. I'm going to go ahead and save this individual timeshare. And now this is a closed deal. So now I have a closed deal, and it's directly related to an event. So one key thing about this, guys, now that it's closed, is you need to make sure that the actual close is associated with the contact. Now this is a close, and the close itself is a completely separate thing from the contact. So you need to make sure that you actually scroll down when viewing the actual timeshare. Scroll down just a little bit and go to contacts and click add to the actual contacts, and what that's going to do is give you a pop-up screen where you actually need to add in the actual contact that's linked to this timeshare. Now, if you'll remember, I actually saved the telephone number of the contact. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this magnifying glass to search. And I'm going to change the search option to phone number. And I'm going to paste that telephone number. Now I hit go, and it pulls up the actual contact and all of their information. I'm going to go ahead and select the contact. And now I'm going to associate it with the actual relationship and how it's related to the close. So I'm going to say decision maker, and I'm going to go ahead and save this. Alright, now I'm back at the actual timeshare detail, which is the actual close. So this is all of the closing information. And scrolling down, I have the actual contact, which is now associated with the timeshare. And now I can go ahead and click on the contact just to double check my work. I can click on the last name of the contact, which now takes me right back to where we started, guys. We're at the contact detail. And now scrolling down the contact detail, information on the bottom, it will say the actual timeshare that's associated with this contact now. It will have the deal type, the actual revenue, and going even further than that, if I come down here and refresh under total contact revenue, it will actually show any individual timeshares that are associated with this contact and the closed revenue for each individual timeshare, and then beneath that, the grand total of all of the revenue from all of the timeshares. So there it is, guys. That's the process of closing the timeshare, and we'll be talking to you soon.